What up, what up, what up? Happy Monday, y'all. I can't believe I did all those recaps last night and I forgot about the craziest one. Green Bay versus Dallas, overtime, and ending in a tie. Isn't that crazy? Maybe we jumped the gun. I thought Green Bay was the team to beat. I thought they would steamroll through the NFC, and I was pretty much worried about how they are going to fare against the Eagles. And I definitely thought Dallas was done with Micah Parsons gone, CeeDee Lamb out, just depending on Dak. That hasn't worked often. So it was a thriller. They both played their behinds off, and let's pull up the numbers. 40-40, 32 first downs for the Packers, 26 for Dallas, 325 passing yards, 319 passing yards for Dallas, 164 for Green Bay, 117 for the Cowboys. I mean, they showed out today. Yesterday, I'm sorry. They showed out. They did what they had to do. Um it's How long are we going to say, "Oh, it's just the beginning of the season?" None of these teams really have an identity. Um it just feels like who is the clear-cut leader in the NFC? Um especially especially the NFC East. We got the Redskins. We think, oh, I'm sorry, the Commanders. They're going through what they're going through. The Eagles, obviously, the clear cut. But every year, Dallas is supposed to be the contender. This year, we actually felt like they weren't going to be that good, but they're putting up a fight. They almost beat the Eagles, and they almost beat the Pack. I mean, what do you even count a tie? What do you count as a tie? So I don't know who Dallas is. I don't know who Green Bay is. These teams really need to find their identity, and let me see. And with that, it's just like, again, we don't have a clear cut favorite. Are the Eagles going to be the ones to win it all, or at least win the conference again? I mean, good thing I don't put money on these games, because if you asked me yesterday and the day before, I would have put all my money on the Packers, especially with Micah getting his revenge. None of that really happened. He didn't get a sack. And I know they wanted to, he did save the game. He saved a touchdown that Dak Prescott was running around to the left side. He saved a touchdown. So maybe you could say that was his difference maker from being traded. He could say, yeah, I stopped you from winning a touchdown, but it didn't matter because they got a tie. None of the players were happy that they got a tie. So um, maybe I might have jumped the gun this early in the year saying Green Bay was my Super Bowl pick. I thought they were the most complete team. Same with the Chargers. But we got to see what happens. I mean, a defense giving up 40 points, you're not going to win the championship. That goes for the AFC, the NFC. Your defense has to do better. And I was shocked that Dallas continues to show up. I mean, you don't know who. Again, you don't know which Dallas shows up, but when they show up, even with their short personnel, Dak. Should I dare say that Dak is playing on an MVP level? We've had these conversations before where they try to rush him in that MVP conversation, but he's balling out this year. He's doing good. So, what are your thoughts? Do you even know what to make of the Cowboys or the Packers? In my opinion, I think in the long haul, the lack of personnel with the Cowboys is going to be the reason why they don't win it all. But Green Bay literally has everything in place, and they're still not winning the way that I kind of expected them to win against certain teams. So, especially against the Browns, if y'all remember that last week. I mean, what's going on here? So maybe we got to pipe down a little bit and know that Maybe we got to just keep it on the Eagles until someone dethrones them. They're still undefeated. They win. They don't win pretty. Their offense doesn't put up crazy numbers, but they're still rolling. They're still winning. And everyone that's came before them, they've won. Why? Because you need a quarterback that doesn't make mistakes, and you need a top 10 defense. I'm going to say that over and over again. So Green Bay needs to get in that. They need their defense to stop giving up so many points, and go from there. So we'll see what happens next week. But I'm shocked. I'm shocked by this game. Green Bay should have steamrolled the Cowboys. They didn't have Lamb. They obviously lost Parsons, and I didn't think it would be this close of a game to where they end in a tie. I mean, wow. Okay, so all right. So what do we got next? I already did this recap yesterday, but I want to touch base on how much in trouble the Ravens are. Let's see. Lamar Jackson, he's the main guy, right? He's out, but let's not forget they got about 7 injuries. They already had 4 coming in. They had 3 more in the game. Pretty much all of them were from defense. And then now you got Lamar hurt. They are in serious, serious trouble. Let me see. I just feel like, man, Harbaugh's on the hot seat. He's going to be on the hot seat. It just doesn't make sense. Well, maybe they'll, I don't know what to say. Maybe they'll cut him some slack because he had so many injuries. But Lamar, he had a decent year this year. He didn't throw any picks. He struggled this last game. 20 attempts, 147 yards, 14 completions, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, 3 sacks, and 13 pressures. So he was running for his life, and that was the classic Spagnuolo defense that we expected. But at the end of the day, they already had a lot of injuries, and now with him being out, they don't have a clear-cut answer on his return. He could be in a lot of trouble. So they could be in a lot of trouble. They already are. I mean, they're 1-3. So it's just hopefully they figure it out. I wouldn't say it's too early to panic. I say they should be in full panic mode now. Full panic mode, because every year they have Super Bowl aspirations. Now, the way they're playing, it doesn't even look like they're going to be in the conversation. So we're already in week 4. It's not the beginning of the season anymore. So they got to figure it out quick. And I don't know what you can do with all those injuries, especially if Lamar is out. But hopefully we'll get the news. Hopefully he's not out for a while. You don't want any of these guys to be out for a while. And hopefully he can do his thing, and they can figure it out. But even with him back, it's just like every other team. You can't expect him and Henry to play hero ball all day if their defense isn't stopping anything. And they have a lot of injuries on defense. So they got to figure it out ASAP. But if they lose a few more games, you might as well just, I'm not going to say give up on the season, but it's going to be a long uphill climb. They need to win their next 2 games so they can get back on track. And I don't know if they can do that with their defense missing that much personnel. So we'll see. Obviously, look at how Dallas is playing, even though they don't have anybody except for Prescott. I mean, don't get me wrong. Pickens is an excellent receiver. He's doing good. So he's going to get his payday. But other than that, you got CeeDee Lamb out and you got Parsons gone, 2 of the best players on the team. And you just got Dak, So this is why you can probably give him credit for being an MVP player. But back to Lamar and the Ravens. They're in a heap of trouble, y'all. They're in a whole lot of trouble. So we'll see what happens. All right. Now let's talk about Malik Neighbors. The only bright spot well, I'm not gonna say the only bright spot. Um, oh, wrong guy. Excuse me. Wrong man. I got. Hold up, man. Why they playing with me, man? Why they keep giving me Darnold? I don't want Darnold. Goddamn stream deck. I'm gonna get it, y'all. All right, hold on. All right. Fetch content JSON. Let's see. Um, nope, we don't want you, Darnold. We already did you. Pause. Hold on. Where is the neighbor stats? I mean, not that his stats were out of this world, but I just want to bring it up um, because he's an important factor on the Giants team. So let me see. There we go. That's what I wanted to show y'all. I mean, these numbers don't look that great. 18, 271, 2 touchdowns for the year. But he was their only bright spot. He had a massive 2 touchdown games a few weeks back. And he has any given moment the ability to explode. And I feel like with Dart taking on the starting position, he would have a lot of chance to coexist with neighbors. So with him being gone, it just at this point it's just hold on. At this point, it's just going to be a showcase for Dart. I know the Giants got the win against the Chargers, who are supposedly on path to go to the Super Bowl as well, but I still don't see any future for the Giants this year. So now with Neighbors out, Russ being benched, this is just going to be a Dart showcase. You're going to put him out there to see what he can do. And if he shows a promising sign, then they can really build a team around him, which they're probably going to anyway because he's their first round pick. But this is just a Dart showcase year, a Dart audition, to see if he's really that guy for the franchise. So it's going to be interesting to see. Hopefully, so sad for Malik Neighbors. He tore his ACL, so he's out for the year. He was one of the few bright spots on that team. I know they got Abdul Carter. We'll see how he goes. He progresses throughout the season. Giants D has been doing good lately. But again, I think that coach might be out of there soon. And shout out to Scatterboo. He's a happy. I mean, he is a workhorse. That fullback is crazy. So he loves the game. You can tell he loves the game. He's a true football player. So yeah, I guess that's another bright spot. But it's just not looking good for New York. Not looking good for the Big Apple. So speedy recovery from Malik Neighbors, and it'll be real interesting to see what happens when the rest of the year to see how Dart plays. It'll be good. So, but if you ask me, I think the Giants don't even win 7 games this year. So that one Chargers win was kind of luck, and also a testament to the Chargers not really being consistent when it matters. But the fact that the Giants were able to put them in that when it matters position, hey, we'll see what we can do. If they got to ride their defense and Dart doesn't make any mistakes, maybe they can go somewhere. But I just don't. They just have too many holes, especially on offense, for them to really make any type of push this year. But it's the NFL. It's any given Sunday. Would love to be proven wrong. Yep. All right, y'all. That's it for this show. Just a little stream because I did all the football things last night. The football game recaps. I'll check in with you guys after the games tonight or maybe tomorrow morning. We got two good football games today. Let me pull it up. I got to get my notes organized. Oh, man. We got the Miami and the Jets. I'm not really interested in that, but definitely the Cincinnati and Denver game. Not because I think Cincinnati has a shot, but we really want to see how Denver is going to perform because they're kind of in a slump right now, and Bo Nix needs to bounce back. And I think that the Bengals will be the good team to do it. The Burrowless Bengals, So, yeah, look out for those games. Jets versus Miami. I think Miami will win it. I mean, they're both really bad right now, but I think Miami got the edge. So, yeah. All right. Well, y'all have a good day. Y'all have a good Monday. Enjoy the games. Hold on. Enjoy the games, and I'll get with y'all later. All right.